Hey guys, Eataway here, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about League SBC Farming 2.0, a new and improved version of the traditional way of grinding League SBCs that I find to be easier and even more profitable. I've been doing it extensively over the past few weeks, making a lot of coins from it, and I'd recommend to you guys to try out as well. So the traditional way of League SBC farming that I'm sure you guys all know about, that I've done a few videos on, is simple. You open bronze packs, you put the bronzes that you're not going to use in League SBCs into the bronze upgrade, you get silvers which you can either use in League SBCs or you can trade into the silver upgrade, and so on and so forth. And then you go ahead and complete all of the League SBCs you can. Any teams you can complete, you go ahead and do, whether that be from leagues like the Super League or the Scottish Premiership, or bigger leagues like the La Liga or maybe the Premier League, for example. But with this slightly improved version, you don't do all of the smaller leagues. You still open the bronze packs because that's going to get you silvers for the teams like Huesca and Cardiff and Real Valladolid and Genoa and Empoli and all those expensive teams. But you sell the players from the smaller leagues because those small leagues don't give that good packs at all and are fairly expensive because there are a lot of teams that are mainly made up of silvers. If you look at the Eredivisie, for example, look at the packs you're getting. Silver packs, rare Electrum players packs, small gold players packs, premium mixed players packs, prime silver packs, small gold players packs. Nothing amazing. You've got maybe one or two teams, the bigger teams, that give decent packs, but on the whole, all of these packs give very, very little in return, and you're not really going to make much profit from them. The only good things you're really going to get from these packs, unless you get really lucky, is going to be maybe a silver that you can use in a team like Huesca to save you some coins there. But if you look at some of the more expensive teams like Utrecht, this team will set you back like 60 or 70k, because look at the price of centre backs from this team. Look, they're really, really expensive, and you don't get much back in terms of packs, and the player as well from these small leagues is generally quite low rated and isn't going to save you a huge amount when you go to complete Icon SBCs. So instead, you sell all of the players from these smaller leagues like the Eredivisie, the Japanese league, the Saudi league, just because generally you're not really going to get much profit back from these leagues, and it's a hassle having to go and buy loads and loads of bronzes and silvers and stuff and open so many bronze packs. You can cut down a little bit on the bronze packs. You don't need to open as many and just focus on the big leagues. The Serie A, the Premier League and La Liga are my favourite three, and the Bundesliga and also Liga you can do as well, because you will get pretty much all the players you need from those. Since you're opening primarily just gold packs, and good ones at that as well, look at the Premier League, you're getting 25k packs there, gold players packs, prime Electrum players packs, small rare gold player packs which are really good, 45k packs there, like loads and loads of good packs. You're not only getting back good players, like you have a much better chance of getting a good pack where you could maybe get yourself a blue card, an icon, a walkout, an inform, just something that's going to make you profit. Not only do you stand a bigger chance of getting those types of players from these packs, but also you get so many gold cards back, which then allows you to do these leagues again and again and again very, very easily, because once you get to the stage where you're completing all of these, you're going to be getting more and more packs back each time and more players. So as soon as you've done the Bundesliga, for example, you'll then have enough players to maybe go and finish the Premier League, and that will then give you players that you can then go and put back into the Bundesliga, and then maybe when you've done La Liga, you're going to get enough players to then just completely finish off the Bundesliga and have almost all the players you need. And given that almost all of these teams in these leagues are made up extensively of gold cards, apart from the odd one out, so in La Liga, for example, you have, where are they? Real Valladolid and Huesca, which are expensive. Every other team is just made up of golds and gives good packs, like a 45k pack here for about 10k with Valencia, a prime Electrum players pack with Sevilla. If you look up here at Atletico Bilbao, you get a 45k pack, you get a 35k pack here. You just get really good packs, and if you do a run through of La Liga, for example, during Team of the Season, you stand a good chance of getting a blue and making some good coins back. I find it to be way more profitable. I get better packs from these, they give me better players, and I can just grind these again and again and again without having to do loads of bronze packs and then the silver upgrades and the bronze upgrades and everything to get players that are going to allow me to do these types of SBCs here, because when you're opening the packs from these, you're just getting kind of silvers and fairly average players back. Not much that's going to make you profit, you're just getting players that allow you to do the SBCs again for the sake of doing them. Whereas when you're doing these ones there, you're either getting players that will make you profit, you're getting players you can sell from the smaller leagues and get coins back, or you're getting players that will be usable in these SBCs when you come to complete them again. Because if you look at some of the teams, they're just not worth it in these small teams, and or these small leagues rather, and it's just a hassle to complete them. You're having to spend loads and loads of coins to not really make much back at all. And they're just really, really overpriced in a lot of cases. If you look at the Liga NOS, for example, like most of these teams are made up of silvers, and lots of these are kind of like 15k here and there. And then you've got an expensive team like Santa Clara right here, which is going to set you back loads of coins because all their players are really expensive. And you only get a small Electrum Players pack back from that. And the best thing you could really get there is maybe like a Huesca player. But for the coins you've spent to do that SBC in the first place, you could just go and buy yourself a Huesca player. So it doesn't really make sense to do these small ones, I find. Having tried both of them, I find it's more profitable to just focus on the big leagues. And you will have to spend more when you go to do Empoli and Genoa, these more expensive teams here, simply because you won't have packed many of the silvers already. But I think it balances out and it's more profitable. Yes, if you want to do Genoa, you won't really have packed many players, so you will have to go and buy cards off the market. So if I look here, for example, at Genoa, I'm probably only really going to have maybe like a handful of the silvers. I mean, I've got 4 silvers, which isn't bad, but you will have most of the goals from these just by grinding all of the teams you're doing there. But you will still get the odd silver here and there because there are plenty of packs that give silvers, and you are still doing the bronze pack method. By no means am I saying stop doing BPM, because that's still such an effective way of just keeping your club ticking over and bringing in some of those silvers and everything. And it can make you a lot of coins during Team of the Season as well, because you've got blue cards that are available in those bronze packs and in the silver packs too. So I am by no means saying stop doing the bronze pack method. You want to do that, and that's still going to give you some of the silvers that are needed here. But I'd recommend just selling silvers you get from those smaller leagues, like the Liga NOS, for example, like the MLS, the J League, all of these, simply because they're not particularly profitable. And you just have to be lucky. You have to be really lucky to be able to make profit from a run through on these. Generally, you're just going to be making a loss, and it's a bit of a hassle, given that like if you spend all your time doing the Scottish Premiership, you get like an 84 rated player back from that and no particularly good packs. If you do La Liga, you're going to get so many good packs, stand a good chance of getting good players that will make you profit, and also get yourself like an 89 or 90 rated card in return, which will in turn save you a lot of coins when you go to complete Icon SBCs. Having done pretty much every League SBC multiple times now, especially these big ones, I've done the Serie A probably like 10 times, La Liga you're looking at a similar amount, all these big ones I've done so many times, and I've done all of the smaller leagues as well multiple times too. I've very, very rarely got any good packs from these small teams. I've very rarely managed to make profit from a run through of them. You're mainly just doing these to get players to use in other SBCs, and it's easier, it's less time, and it's less coins to just go and buy those players. I find it to be a much better way of doing these. I think the best player I've got is De Gea from one of the Liga NOS teams, and that's probably from about 20 run-throughs combined of all of the small leagues there. Whereas from the big leagues, I've packed so many informs, so many walkouts, I've packed some blue cards, and I've only been doing this for a month or so. I've seen people who've done this for a really long time pack icons, pack some amazing players, and make vast amounts of coins from doing this. And that's by focusing on the big leagues, because they give better packs, especially now that we're during Team of the Season, the biggest promo of the year that goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks. If you're opening big packs, you will get yourself big players, and that is where the profit comes from. It's a long-term trading method, this. Well, it's not really a trading method, it's a long-term coin-making method. It's not something you can just do for a couple of days and make coins from unless you get really lucky. It's something which in the long run will make you a lot of profit, especially when you're opening big packs, because the profit comes from getting big players, walkouts, Team of the Seasons, icons if you're really lucky, and you stand a much bigger chance of getting those players from these bigger leagues. So focus on the Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, Premier League and Liga, and if you get players from these smaller leagues, sell them, because it's gonna allow you to then do all of the more expensive teams like Huesca much easier, because obviously you're getting a lot of coins back from selling random players from teams that aren't going to give you the best of packs and aren't really going to be that profitable. So this is just kind of my personal take on the League SBCs. The way that I like to do it, it's not something I've invented myself. I know a lot of people have been grinding specifically the big SBCs I've seen on Reddit a lot of people saying they've made more coins by doing that, and that's what led me to actually try it. I was watching one of Nepenthes' streams, such a good YouTuber. Watch his streams on Mixer, by the way, if you want to find out more about the League SBC farming method, because he does it pretty much every evening and explains it very, very well and shows just how much you can make back from it. He's got some amazing players from doing it. Yeah, I was watching one of his streams, and he was talking about someone he'd heard on Reddit who was just grinding the bigger teams and making a lot of profit from it. And I've been trying that out recently, and it's really worked so well. So I thought I'd let you guys know. You may be thinking, oh, I've only got 113k. I haven't made that many coins from it. I've literally got like 2 million coins invested in Team of the Season cards right now, waiting for the SBCs we're going to have tonight and for the Premier League. And I've got lots of Sissoko's stocked up too, because he dropped in price lows last night, having been released into everyone's accounts who packed him. So there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on it. Check out the sponsors of the channel, aniba.com, if you want cheap games and game codes. You can use my discount code E2A at checkout for a further 3% off. And on the weekends, they do big discounts, so I definitely recommend checking them out. Thanks to them for sponsoring the video. Thanks to you for watching it, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.